Good morning, everyone, and we are again in our bar guide session. And before we begin, I want you to please check our YouTube channel and you hit subscribe and also click on the bell icon so that when videos are uploaded, you will be automatically notified so that you don't need to check and navigation is easier as I was saying in the past videos. So now we begin with our lesson, and actually this lesson is very short but full of content. Why? We will just be addressing two crucial questions that you will be facing if you're going to review for the bar. And that is number one, when should you go to the bar venue? And regardless whether it's going to be in Manila only or Manila and Cebu, you have to consider this very important question, and the soonest possible time that you can answer this, the better. Why? Because there are things that are at stake: your schedule, your responsibility, and your budget, of course. So, in my case, I went to Manila 15 days prior to the first Sunday of the bar examination. I did that because I don't have the money and I don't want to burden my sister, who was the one financing my study at that time, and also the bar review. And also, I don't want to be exposed or to witness my other my classmates and my batchmates doing the review, since I really thought that there was the tendency that I'm going to compare myself because I did not enroll in a review center, and I had no, and my game plan was basically on me. And based on that choice, I think I did not I never regret that. And it's funny because when I went to Manila, since I've been traveling in Manila for many times, especially during the bar operations per every bar month. And also I consider that since I'm familiar, there's no need for me to um, go earlier. And also I just consider the weather, because what if there would be a typhoon or flooding in Manila, then I would be prepared for whatever. And I think the window of like 15 days was enough at that time. And we go to our second crucial question, and that is, should you consider flying in and flying out during the bar month? Actually, I was one of those bar reviewees who considered and was facing this concern, because since I live in Cebu and our bar venue at that time was in Manila, and it means I need to fly in or fly out, and it means so much cost to me if I do that. And there are things, may basically four things that I considered. Number one would be, of course, again, the budget, because I was dependent to my sister at that time. And second, I had to consider my schedule. And third, I had to consider the risk. And four, my health. So, given these four things: budget, the schedule, the risk, and my health, I had to address this such that I had to be confident that I won't be sickly. Because if you're going to fly in and fly out, what if you will be sick, whether you are in Manila or in the bar venue, and you can't go home? Or if we do the reverse, you can't go to the bar venue because you got sick. But the danger also of staying in Manila, if you don't have relatives to ask for help, although you have to make a calculated choice, especially those workers, those who have businesses and who are employed also, and occupying high positions. So you have to consider your schedule, and if and when your superiors would allow you to be out of the office or not reporting to work for quite a time. So you have to consider this. And the thing that I considered most at that time was actually the budget, and second would be the risk involved. And I cannot take the risk, like I'll be missing my flight. And one thing also, it's very very tiring, especially those who have weak health or weak body, and it means you will be physically and mentally exhausted and emotionally drained during the bar examinations. And you can't imagine these three stresses or fatigue, form of fatigue, in which you will be dealing with them one at a time, one at a time, and there are so many things that would be bothering you during the bar examination day. And in order to avoid that, you should consider these two questions ahead and be part of your game plan. And you have to decide firmly. So you consider these two questions, and whatever your decisions, based on your gut feeling and based on the factors that I told you, then there's no reason that you will be doing the wrong decision. So I hope you learned something from the answers to the two questions, and continue your bar review with fervor and the drive to become a lawyer one day, regardless of the situation, whether there's a pandemic or not, whether everything would be online or not. So I wish you good luck. Thank you and have a happy weekend.